Welcome to the Liberated Feminine Podcast. I'm Lucy Lampy, your host, and in today's episode, brought to you by this morning's walk with the stroller, with a sleeping baby in our new country, / my original country. We have relocated back to the place of my birth in Peru just less than a week ago at the time of recording this, and wow, what a transition it has been. So in the midst of not only being less than 2 months, about a month and a half, 6 weeks postpartum at the time of the move, plus all of the logistics that go into moving a family of 7 and a cat to another country. Oh my goodness, I am excited to bring you this message and kick off the next season of the podcast. So today's episode is about reviving the erotic spark after having a baby. Now, I want to preface this with, you know how we roll here, that we are very much about reviving the spark with yourself, or maintaining the spark with yourself, rather, even. And then how that directly contributes and shapes the way that we experience erotic energy with another person. So I would like to begin there, because throughout this whole postpartum journey for me, connection with my pleasure has been very intentional, and it's had to be extremely intentional. I'll just leave it at that. Because those of you who are mothers, you know that those moments are, the whole newborn stage can be just a big blur. And this being my 5th baby, I had some awareness and tools and experience under my belt that definitely helped, that I would like to share with you. And in fact, if you are postpartum or will be, if you're pregnant or know someone who is, I absolutely encourage you to check out my course, Postpartum Glow, because it is specifically for those who are in those 40-day, that special 40-day period after birth. And if you are beyond that and you still want to get these tools and daily audios and reminders, encouragement, postpartum pelvic floor care, all of that, then check out the course anyways, because it'll still be a benefit to you even if you're not freshly postpartum. All right, so moving on. That period of time, it was a beautiful cocoon. Even though I've continued to show up online and create and write and do various things, but from a pace that feels really good, at a pace that feels honoring to my healing and my family and all of the huge change that we would unexpectedly undergo as a family. So that connection, when you have that established before giving birth, it makes a huge difference. Now, if you are a new mom and you have never really established that connection with your erotic energy, or you feel disconnected from your body, disconnected from your pleasure, disconnected from your eros, then let's start there. If you can find the glimmers, even the most subtle, quiet pulse of aliveness in you, don't underestimate that. We can't expect a big raging chemistry, fire of passion to be alive in your body when your body is healing, when there are things happening in life, big adjustments in your relationship, adjustments in your career, adjustments in how you perceive the world. So we're not trying to get back to what something was. We're not getting the erotic spark back. That's not what we're doing here. It might seem like it is, but what we're really doing is reviving your connection, your access to this part of yourself that is connected to the aliveness and everything, because that is really what Eros is, right? It's the heart of aliveness itself. It's you feeling alive in your body. You feel alive in your body when you honor your grief, when you honor your overwhelm, when you honor your pain, just as much as when you honor your ecstatic orgasm, when you honor your bliss, or you honor your joy, your excitement, your enthusiasm, your anticipation. It's all a part of the spectrum of being human and everything that goes into feeling that. So a huge part of reviving your erotic spark postpartum after having a baby is that it's learning to flow with the seasons. It's learning to honor whatever feelings are coming up. And much of this too I do again speak on in Postpartum Glow, my postpartum course. Because one of the things that feels the most isolating as moms of new little humans, especially if you're a new mom, you're a first-time mom, what can feel so isolating is the experience of having so many emotions, so many feelings, so many sensations, so much new, so much overwhelm, and not knowing what to do with it, and not feeling like there's anyone you can share that with. And then maybe when you share it with your partner, they're just as overwhelmed as you are, and that certainly doesn't help, so how do you navigate these things? And when you feel like you have to suppress or diminish or dilute or ignore altogether or numb part of this experience, that kills your erotic aliveness. And yes, this is directly correlated to how good your sex is going to be with your partner later on. Trust me. Can you see the connection? I take a step back and look at the bigger picture, because your ability to feel pleasure, if you're going to feel pleasure, you also have to be available to feel the pain, available to notice the numbness, available to feel the discomfort and the less pleasant parts of existing in this human body. So the more that you allow space for that, even in these micro moments, I like to give myself moments to just kind of have micro crash outs instead of having big crash outs. And Brendan, he's so funny because he'll tell me like, hey, you're about due for another breakdown. It's been this many days and you haven't had a breakdown. And sometimes it comes out in tears of overwhelming happiness. Sometimes it comes out in just pure overwhelm and not even knowing what the hell I'm feeling. And sometimes it comes out in just, this feels really gooey and good. So however that needs to be expressed in you, can you allow space for that to happen? And this is the foundation. This is the absolute foundation of getting that erotic spark, reviving that erotic spark. Now, when you can do that, you have that established, and perhaps you have an understanding between you and your partner that, when you're having these moments, there's nothing for him or her to fix. It's just an experience that needs to be honored and felt. And perhaps, we'll let you in a little moment here, because Brendan and I are both out for a walk/run, and we just passed each other. And perhaps in that next step, you get to establish a deeper trust with your partner, because you know that they see you without needing to fix you. Huge turn on to your nervous system. It is such a relief on a nervous system level, on a subconscious level, when your body knows that she is accepted in all of her states. Huge prerequisite for the erotic spark. So next thing is that. Okay, so you've established this connection, this acceptance of all of the states of your body and your emotion and your mind and your heart with yourself, and then you begin establishing that with your partner. Now, these are things that take time. All right, they're not things that you can just check off a list. But I want to bring these to your awareness in layers. Now, the next layer to that is when your body feels safe enough to feel, just feel, period. Your body's going to feel safe to feel the turn on. It's going to feel safe to feel any blockages to that turn on. And that, my friends, is where things get juicier. Because if there's something in the way, if there's a barrier to your erotic connection with your partner, you're able to talk about it. You're able to just sit with it. You're able to feel through it. You're able to be present with it together without feeling like anyone's broken. And it's such a tender time of rediscovering your own body. You can see how important this is. And so with that, then you get to begin playing. You get to begin exploring and rediscovering. And when you do, you'll find that maybe you're working with a little bit of a different feeling equipment than you had before. Things have shifted a bit. Maybe you're feeling more sensation. Maybe you're feeling a little bit more numbness. Maybe some things are just not quite coming back online yet, and that's okay. At the time of recording this, we just started having sex again. Okay, I'm gonna let y'all in a little the DL. And I think we were both quite pleasantly surprised. Even me, I know this is my 5th kid, but still, it's my 5th time giving birth, but still, it's, I am more in awe of the woman's body, the female body, than ever. But, it's that moment after you look at each other after the first time, and it's like, oh my God, how does that feel for you? How did that feel for you? Did it feel pretty normal? Did it feel like the normal... the normal sexual experience? And we both agree that yes, okay, everything's good, we're good to go. It's such a relief. So when you do have that experience, celebrate that too. Take a beat, take a moment, take a little cheers moment to be like, here is to having sex again. Because it is no small feat after everything that your body has gone through and all of the care and nurturing that you have been pouring into your body, and that your partner hopefully has also been pouring into your recovery. So all these things to say that your erotic spark with your partner is so much more layered than just getting penetration going again. It's so much more delicate and rich and beautiful and exhilarating of a journey than just saying, okay, 6-week checkup, we're good, you're cleared. No, that takes all of the... It makes it such a sterile process. It takes like the humanness, the beauty out of it. So, cheers to you, reviving the erotic spark. And of course, for more on specifically navigating the postpartum journey, check out my course, Postpartum Glow. And for more on pleasure in general, how to tap in, utilizing the taboo in a way that reclaims your personal power, using pleasure as spiritual practice, tapping into more pleasure pathways like different kinds of orgasms and squirting and all this good, fun, juicy stuff. Then join me for my 5-day pleasure challenge that's coming up. It's Forbidden Fruit. That link will also be in the show notes. And finally, if you're listening to this when it's coming out, then it might not be too late to join me and Brendan for our co-led 6-month container, Pulse, where we will be exploring more on healthy relating, polarity, sexual mastery, and healing within relationships. So definitely don't want to miss that if you're still in time, as we begin on October 14th. And we have a couple spaces available at the time of this recording. So I'll drop that link in the show notes below. And as always, thank you for tuning in. And here's to liberating your wild feminine heart. Bring the boom, I bring the bass, give me a taste, lay me to waste. I'm your little plaything. I got the feeling this original scene's gonna take me way deep. Are you afraid? Will you run away, run away, run? Don't run away, run away, run. 'Cause once I